I never understood, right, why people were mad at me reacting to Wack, say, yo, y'all should not be calling loose cannon like this. But y'all ain't, again, though, if I'm just reacting to somebody calling you police, why are you mad at me for reacting to it and not the person who said it?
Yeah.
Come on.
You talking about as in the video I'm referring to?
Yeah.
You didn't, all right, he called loose cannon phone. I mean, loose cannon called AD. I didn't see you talk about anything that him and AD talked about.
Didn't see it.
Stop capping. Now you capping,
Of course
bro.
not.
Of course you didn't see that.
Because he sucks his
I didn't see no clips of it, though.
You dick ride AD all day, so now you didn't see any clips of it.
Yeah.
Where the clip at? Because
Nigga, it's, bro, you see everything, so all of a sudden you didn't see that? Loose
There's
cannon.
no clip. Listen,
Yeah, there is. Go on. If you
I
can go to
searched the
community
YouTube.
page, bro, you probably go on community. I guarantee they got a clip of it.
sure, okay.
Loose
Josh.
cannon called. He called community for sure. He even called in
Loose Cannon's
yesterday.
been on
Yeah.
40
He called
shows.
Adam and talked about the indictment yesterday.
Call in right now.
I didn't see a video about that.
Yeah, no. Here, right? But then also too though, like y'all was the first to do it, right? And that was my initial reaction was there. Now again though, if he called in with Adam and community, I didn't see any clips of that, so I can't really tell you.
That's
if
cap,
it's-
brother. The phone call he did with Adam yesterday was even worse than the one he had with me. And I didn't
Where?
see.
Where though?
Word, nigga. You
With loose cannon?
Wasn't he
Yes.
there?
No, Brett called. Yeah, no.
No, loose cannon called and talked about shit too on the
On air?
Yes.
Yes.
I was here.
And now,
Loose
of
cannon
course,
never
you have
called.
selective
While he's in
memory of
jail?
what you.
Yeah.
What a smart
Wait,
guy.
Paul. No.
Loose cannon called in and he was.
No, it was
Yes.
Brick, and it was
Brick called in before, bro.
it was academics.
Loose
though.
cannon called in
Yes,
too as well,
Luke
bro.
called in too, bro.
On the
I didn't
show,
see
I was
it.
here.
Yeah.
My whole argument with you is that.
Flakko might have been in the interview.
Wait, what?
Okay, but Flakko
Wait,
goes home and
wait,
watches
wait, pause.
catch
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's
Flakko
right.
goes home and watch everything and decides what he needs to make a video on
wait,
so
but
he can
pause. Yesterday?
monetize off the situation.
Monday.
Right.
Bro, it was Monday. I wasn't here.
You were here.
You wasn't. You don't.
No, I was. Yeah.
You don't have to be here to make a reaction video
Huh?
that you do all the time. Like,
Yeah, that's true. You
don't have-
literally watch everything and react on it. On
you
your
don't
own.
have to be here to make a reaction video.
Here, look.
Flakko.
Okay, look.
You better be putting
All I'm
some-
saying is
I
don't
do- no,
pick and
no, no,
choose.
no.
Put
I
some
know.
snaps on my
I
boy's
know.
library.
But how you mad at me for reacting to why calling in with y'all, but not again? No,
I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
No, y'all was kind of upset about that.
literally,
I'm like, why?
In the group chat, all right, let's talk.
Let's
you
talk.
said,
Come on, Riemoh.
you said that you had to put it a certain way. All right, basically, you manipulated the clip to make it seem like the first thing I talked to Loose Cannon about was him extorting Tokyo Tony. If you listen to the clip, he says, "Yeah, I want to talk about the Tokyo Tony situation." Of course, convenient for Flacco's video, he clipped it where it doesn't say Loose Cannon wants to talk about that. It's just me asking him the question. So, and when I asked you about it, you said it's for a retention rate so people could stay tuned to the video.
No.
So it's like you purposely clipped it to mislead the people.
Well, that's not true,
make
though, right?
me look bad so you can have your
No.
video have
Okay.
higher views.
No, again, no, that's not true. What you asked was, yo, why everything that was discussed isn't in it right from like from the first minute that he called in to the last. And I'm saying, bro, I do not go in like the sequence of, yo, Loose Cannon called in. Hey, yo, how you feeling, bro? No, you don't include the fluffer. You know why? Because people ain't gonna sit through a 20-minute phone call of talking about fluffer.
But what does that have to do with anything?
That has
you
nothing
just
to do
said?
with what I
That
just said.
has nothing to do with what
I
just
said
It
literally-
does. Wait,
No,
no.
no.
All
right, good.
No. The actual conversation that you put in a group chat was, why didn't you go in the order of what took place?
Because you
wait,
started.
Wait,
All right, go.
though. You stated, right? Again, bro, that was not the first thing that I asked. I'm saying, bro, but the first thing that you asked was, bro, how are you like that? And I'm saying, bro, I'm not including the 20-minute fluffer shit of, how's your day, bro? What's going on? How you feel? That's irrelevant, and the fans don't care about that, right?
Okay, but if you watch your video, you say, it's crazy Loose Cannon is calling in from the feds, and the first thing Riemoh asked him is about another extortion. And it's like, nigga, no, that's not how it went. You clipped it so it could look like that, but if you watch the whole clip, that's clearly not how it went. So that's why I was telling you, I'm like, bro, if you're gonna
That's
make
mania.
videos,
That's
no,
mania.
Why do that to him?
No,
Huh?
Why is he doing that to you?
No,
because I'm not a gangbanger and he's not scared of me.
no.
Man.
If I was a Crip,
no, right?
If I was a Crip of blood, Flakko ain't doing all this.
Yeah.
No.
He'll play with Riemoh. He'll play
Again,
with
no.
me. You feel me? You're not going to do that.
I think it's a tad bit unfair, right? Again, how I make my videos, right, is I talk about like what happened,
Okay.
and then I insert the clips, right? So again, when I'm talking like, bro, he calling from the feds, bro,
And
And
the first thing Riemoh says
this,
is,
right?
that's a lie though. That's not the first
But
thing I said.
wait,
That's the first thing we saw you say, not the
No, that's literally he watched the whole video.
No,
That's
listen,
the last
no.
thing we talked about.
I'm saying though,
That's
wait
just the
though.
first- that's what he wants to highlight.
No.
Yeah.
To make his video.
No.
His clip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
I'm
clip
yeah.
saying no. Again, no. I'm saying from my perspective, right? It don't matter if it was first, second, or third, right? But again, no. I'm not like again when I'm talking through the script. Obviously, I probably don't mean this was the absolute first thing that he said on the phone. Is one of like the shit that you asked about was this, and again, I'm saying if this man is behind bars and you love this man, and this is like your brother and somebody who you have like great love for, don't ask him or entertain certain conversations.
let's pause
You're
right there.
hold on. You're taking me and Loose Cannon. Me and Loose Cannon. That's like the first time I ever even
Yeah,
talked to
so
Loose
it's
Cannon.
like-
But
saying,
I thought that was your dog.
brother
You feel
that
me?
you love?
I fuck
Come
with
bro.
him, but I don't.
I
don't
couldn't
look at
tell.
him as
Based
a
on that phone
brother
call, I
or-
thought that was your nigga.
I fuck with him, but you
He's
make
my
it.
homie.
I don't have
Yeah.
a relationship with Loose Cannon like how you do.
Again,
And
I just
also,
say-
I'm not the only person that's talking to Loose Cannon from the Fed. He's calling on everybody.
Everybody.
And then look at AD.
But y'all was the
Everybody.
first one though.
But why
Right?
do we gotta put a clickbaity title saying the first thing? Come on.
Flakko, you know what you're
No,
doing.
it was
Flakko,
my
you know
video
what
script of me just talking about again.
And he called Gunner and
I talk about the situation
Oh, so this is all just a script. We're all
Yeah.
just a joke to you.
Yeah.
again. How my video scripts work is I talk about what took place, just
bad.
talking about it, and then I insert the clips. So again, obviously,
So
again,
you already had this written out. The first thing Riemoh asked, and then
No.
insert clip.
Insert
don't-
clip.
I don't write scripts.
Insert the last
Oh,
clip.
so who's doing this?
No,
Oh,
I
so-
don't write a script. I'm talking about what happened, and then I go back and insert the clips. Meaning this, okay? So when I'm talking about like what happened and say, yo, man, but the first thing you ask this, I don't mean the literal first thing. I'm just talking about like what took place, and then insert it in. But I'm saying, bro, it wouldn't matter if that was the last thing you asked.
No, I get
Don't
it.
ask questions like that
What
when
you're
you
saying
love
makes-
somebody.
Okay, so all right, for one, I mean,
makes sense.
you're going too far with like I love Loose Cannon. I fuck with Loose Cannon, but me and Loose Cannon,
But I couldn't
we don't
tell
have,
that
like,
that's a nigga,
crazy
though.
relationship. Like I've talked to Loose. I probably seen Loose Cannon like 3 times ever. I
Yeah.
probably talked to him like twice. So like me
Okay.
and him don't really have like a personal relationship like you and him maybe have. And if you can go
if he
look,
called your phone from jail, I assume that y'all was close.
Lush set that up. Lush gave me a text saying, hey, Sharice is trying to hit me up. Luce wants to call in. It wasn't like I hit him up to say, hey, Luce, call into the. So it was just.
that's literally what happened.
Platform. They're not.
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah.
looking to tap
And
But at
if-
some point, though, you have to protect people from themselves.
Okay,
Meaning
you
this, bro.
saying that, but look
Yeah.
at AD going on live with him.
Nigga, y'all was the first, and I covered it, but the first time that shit happened.
Why is
right?
it Riemoh's job to do that?
Yeah.
But why is it my job to save a grown ass man from calling different? Nigga, he's calling everyone. He was on Back on Fid.
But y'all was
He
the
called
first,
them-
though. And again, I covered it the first time that shit happened, bro.
So you didn't make another video? This is not another
Nigga,
video?
I'm not about to cover. Listen, first off, I didn't even watch it, right? Again, I didn't even watch it, but bro, I'm not about to cover every time Loose Cannon calls into
Bro,
a place.
but look, Luce and Brick both have the same amount of time to call
Yeah.
people during the day, right? You notice
Yeah.
Brick's not calling shows. You notice that, right?
And Brick called and said something crazy, and it still didn't get clipped out yet.
What did
he
he
was
say?
that wasn't because that wasn't
That
on the
was a
show.
little bit crazy.
That wasn't on the show. That wasn't on the show.
No, when he said it, say, yo, man, I ain't get stabbed. We do shit to people. And that's why, again, we shouldn't be talking to our friends who are behind bars
Yeah,
under
that's-
federal surveillance
Keep that
was-
same
on camera.
Keep that same energy with Back on Fig,
That's me.
Adam 22, and everybody that do it.
They wrong too,
Okay,
right?
well, I
Right,
want to see
right,
your video saying how they're wrong.
Listen,
and how
bro.
It's federal.
You're
and all
Y'all
singling
that.
out
was
your
the
own
fir-
mans. That's crazy.
Again,
Huh?
He
again
singled out
though,
his own mans. You feel me?
y'all were the
Flakko
first
don't-
one.
Flakko
So
don't-
then,
Flakko don't fuck with me.
here,
He's
Yeah,
y'all
that's
were
op
the
energy.
first.
That's op energy, man. Come
Y'all
on.
were the first, and I covered it the first time. I'm not about to watch 20 call-ins and cover 20 call-ins,
Bro,
bro.
Flakko,
I
you
have
make
better
it-
use of my time.
You have better. Hold on. One last thing, Flakko. You saying you have better? You have made more videos on this Big U situation than any YouTuber right now.
No.
So you have a lot of time to cover this shit and talk about everything. You're selecting and choosing based off of who's a gang member and who's not a gang member.
Not about
who you're
to
scared
cover-
of, who you have relationships with. That's who you're picking and choosing on.
Why am
who
I
you're making
scared
videos
of
on.
T-Rail and AD?
You've been scared of T-Rail and AD.
I'm not watching
You've
it
been
10 times, bro.
T-Rail and AD for years now. And I shout out to both of them, but you pick and
listen,
choose
though.
on shit
I
you
think,
say
he
about
just,
them.
I think he just jocks them. It's more than
No, I don't fuck with him,
No.
but
No,
he goes
how's
out
it
his
bigger,
way
though?
to make sure he don't. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
it's fair to require that I make a video every time Luce Cannon call him somewhere. That's just dumb to me.
The video
Y'all
he
were
did,
the first.
hey, the video he did with Adam and them was even worse. If you talk about this,
Wait,
shit.
what, nigga? I didn't see, bro. Listen, bro.
So now you didn't see it.
Nah, he hates all of us secretly.
Y'all clip got
He secretly
200,000
hates
views.
all of us. I know it.
Right?
I give you that,
know
but
it.
I
Nigga,
know for sure you
no.
definitely seen this shit.
Y'all views
No,
already
nigga,
there?
no.
Huh?
Y'all battled over the views right now?
No,
Nah,
he
he's talking
hates
about.
us. He basically hates
no, who
all
cares,
of
man?
us,
Hey,
and he won't admit it.
No,
Hey.
but the thing is, my point was like obviously Brick's doesn't want to be in the conversation. He's called into one show. You feel me? Other than that,
but Brick called in off camera and they brought him on camera.
Look,
Yeah,
Brick,
exactly.
Brick called me not even knowing I was
think he
live.
said the
was just
wildest shit
calling
ever.
me-
Yeah, okay,
See,
but that's
so,
not my
so
point.
so Brick didn't know you was live?
Nah, Brick,
You gotta
hey,
tell him that. You
I
gotta
did,
tell him
100%.
that
Look,
he
Brick
live.
called. I literally, if you go watch the stream, Brick called me while I was live, just on some normal shit. He wasn't even calling me to be on stream. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm on stream right now. And he's like, all right, yeah, let me go
So
talk
you-
to the
so
people.
You did say that.
Yeah, I
So
gave
you-
him a heads up.
And I talked
But I'm saying protect people from themselves. Meaning, bro,
to right, but here's
If
my
Brick
point
wasn't
is
on camera,
knows-
he would have
he's-
said that.
He's purposely he knows he's not supposed to be on camera or talking. Luce is making a conscious decision to do this. This is part of his plan. I don't really know what exactly is going to be the outcome. Hopefully, Luce is freed. You feel me? I like Luce, great dude. But
Free the Brick.
free the Brick for sure. But it feel like Luce is really. This is like in his eyes. When I talked to Luce yesterday, he said like I'm the hottest dude in the world right now. You feel me?
course.
So he's trying to get as much out of these conversations as possible right now. So he was consciously choosing to go and call these platforms.
Lush.
Brick's not.
No, Lush, listen, Rush. So look, if
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So why are these platforms being held? Yeah, be like, and we said to him, be like, are you sure you want to talk about this?
Yeah.
He's adamant about speaking.
Lush, look. So okay, in the Big U indictment, right?
You're treating him like he's special needs. Dog. He's
Wait,
not.